How's it going, everyone? Welcome, another event. But this time we're actually confirmed to be getting something. Let me know how audio is and everything, starting this a bit earlier so we can get everything working, but let me double check that. Either way, I'm streaming the whole event, so... Well, the whole event until we get the Skywalker Saga, so... I'm all for streaming the whole thing. Like I said, I'm excited for Sonic 2. I love the first one. Big respect to the team behind it for actually listening to the fans and like changing his design. He's on screen now, actually. So I can't wait for Sonic 2. Can we collab in future? I don't really know if I'm doing collabs right now, Wise Gamer. I mean, if someone came to me with some jaw-dropping idea, then maybe, but I'm in a good flow right now with the stuff I'm doing, so I don't really know. The Walking Dead here today? I think that's what you mean. So the actual event starts in 13 minutes. We've got 200 people here so far. Appreciate you all stopping by. When does it start? 13 minutes. Skywalker Saga is apparently at 11:40, which would be 40 minutes into the event. So if you're not interested in all the other stuff, you don't have to watch until then. That's completely fine. Tune in whenever you want. I posted a picture on Reddit of a character I didn't recognise on the 6-minute trailer, and it turned out to be First Order security droid from Star Wars Resistance Season 2, so I included that one in my character video. I just called it Resistance Droid because I don't like to be lazy with stuff like that, but I was trying to get that video out fast and there was so many different First Order droids coming up, so I eventually just said in my video First Order droid, and I was hoping for someone like yourself to eventually point it out that it's the security droid. It's a cool looking droid, actually. I really like it. I think honestly the whole game looks good because I'm a prequel fan. I think most of you, if you've been here for a while, know that. If Star Wars didn't have the prequels or didn't have the Clone Wars, I don't know if I'd be as big a fan as I am. But in terms of like obviously I love the OT, and even the sequels, it looks so good. I don't think anything if there's one thing we can't disagree on, hopefully, or should I say if there's one thing we can agree on, it's that the sequels look visually incredible, and I think it's transferred quite well into this game. So I'm looking forward to the sequels. Just that's the thing, kind of just as much actually, because we've never had episode 8 and 9 in a LEGO game before, and I'm really excited for Exegol, especially now knowing for sure that it's free roam. Prequels are definitely the best, says Tom. I agree. They're my trilogy, and I don't just mean Revenge of the Sith. I mean all three of them. They're my childhood. They mean everything to me. So I'm excited to see them. Can you use the Force Block energy blasts in LEGO Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga? Force Block. This is the one thing where I'm not too good right now, because I know probably loads of people have done breakdowns on abilities and stuff. I've done more like the characters and the news stuff. But can you use the Force Block energy blasts in LEGO Star Wars? You might be able to. I admit I actually don't know, because I've not actually been looking into too much like the abilities and the classes and everything. Like I need to actually sit down myself and watch some videos on classes in the game and abilities, because I've just been going for like characters and vehicles and all that stuff. Wondering the Mandalorian character packs if he uses the Darksaber for one of his weapons. Well, I was predicting that Moff Gideon's going to have the Darksaber and Mando won't. 5 and it's like 38 gig, is it? That'll be in the next news video. But you gotta remember, like, games are compressed and stuff for next gen, and not just that, but there's going to be the day one patch which will up that as well. Please don't spam, Brickhead. I'm going to let you off there, but because I don't like timing out or banning people, but please don't do that. Will you be able to drive the Death Star? You'll be able to take it over. In terms of the actual words, drive the Death Star, they've not really said. Like, take it over in my book is like, will you take it over, you're in control of it. You know, will you actually be able to drive it from planet to planet? I very much doubt that. but will you be able to control it in terms of the area you're at, firing the cannons and stuff? I think so. I'd be very surprised if not. Patry, welcome. You gave up on LEGO Star Wars until the game trailer was released. I know a lot of people did, Tom, and I'm glad that brought them back. You should be able to go inside the Millennium Falcon. They have to make it so you can, because they did it with The Force Awakens. Of course you will be able to. I know we've not seen it in terms of the inside, but like you said, they did it with The Force Awakens. It's so much smaller to design in comparison to like a Star Destroyer, so it's going to be there. In my demo video, actually, from like a year ago, it was the demo, the closed demo at E3. The player actually got into the Millennium Falcon and went to the other planet. There was nothing about seeing the interior of it, but I would guess it's there. Since negotiations is a hub area but isn't replayable, do you think they'll be the same for the Kaminoan and the Chancellor in Peril? It's hard to like dictate like which missions are going to be part of the hub world and which aren't, and that's one thing I'm curious to see how it plays out. Like negotiations for me, I kind of get why it's not in the main story, because really it's made out to be a much bigger thing in the LEGO game, in the complete saga, than it is in the actual movie. Right? But I don't think it's great. Then Yoda Chronicles, even though you can make the images look a bit sharper in Photoshop, I don't feel it's great, and a lot of the models are outdated in that as well. So the main ones, if you're looking for thumbnails, guys, if you're struggling with trailers because of the motion blur, is Holiday Special, all on Disney Plus, by the way. Holiday Special, Terrifying Tales, and Droid Tales, and then any like shorts they add to YouTube, like they do like Halloween shorts and like New Year shorts and things like that. Who do you think will be the most expensive character? It'll be one of the Force Ghosts. I would think maybe. I feel like they're going to make it Luke or Leia. Maybe have them like joint, because they're the new Force Ghosts, aren't they? They weren't in the old game. Will we get Qui-Gon? It's a shout because he was in the cutscene in the Force Awakens game. I don't think we will, honestly, but I just see them going back on that for some reason. But I'd rather Qui-Gon be in there. But then I feel like they got to add Mace Windu, who I'd really love as a Force Ghost, but we never see it, do we? I suppose you could argue there's his voice at the end of Episode 9, but then you got to start adding like Luminara and Dooley and is Ayla Secura in there, like Kanan, and it's great, but if you overdo the Force Ghosts, they don't become as special. So I think keep it to Anakin, Obi-Wan, Yoda, Luke and Leia, and just leave it there. I told you 7. Well, that's technically what time it starts, but I wanted to make sure everything was going well, because we're back to 1080p streams and I didn't want it crashing, so I gave myself some time to sort everything. But we are here now, and we are literally here now. Headset on. 1 second. This is it. I'll turn up the volume a bit now. Let me know how this is. Is that loud enough? Is it not? I mean, we probably won't really need to hear too much until Skywalker Saga. If you're watching for something that isn't Skywalker Saga, that's fine, but I would advise you to maybe go to the official IGN stream. This is a live reaction stream, mainly reacting to the Skywalker Saga. I'm interested in Sonic as well, but that's really about it for me. To be fair, I haven't looked at the whole list of things. I know I probably should have, but again, when it comes to this channel, it's all Skywalker Saga right now. So that's my priority. I mean, I'm excited for Sonic, but I didn't exactly check what they're showing here to do with it, if it's like a trailer or if it's an interview or whatever. Far too quiet, that's fine. How's that? Little bit louder. Right, how's that now?
A massive celebration of video games and
we'll keep going if people can't hear it.
You, the fans. I'm your host, Brian Altano, along with Akeem Lewanson and Nars. Hey, friends. Yo.
Hey, guys. We're here.
Turn my mic down. I'm live reacting. Shoals, I gotta keep it.
reveals, surprises,
I gotta keep it up.
behind-the-scenes looks, and fantastic conversations with the people creating some of
Bit
the
louder
biggest and
again?
coolest
Okay.
games, movies, and shows this year.
That is
How's
right,
that, everyone?
Darth, and it's
How's
gonna
that?
be massive, and we are all here, and we're super duper excited for you to be joining us for IGN Fan Fest today. Now remember, you can
IGN
watch
Fan
IGN
Fest,
Fan
yeah,
Fest on
let's
YouTube,
go.
Twitch,
If you hear an echo, it's
but
just me
whatever
watching it
platform
back
we
to
love
check.
Watch things like this, baby. If you really want to get in on the conversation, it's over.
Okay,
on
that
Twitter.
seems
Feel free
fine
use
to
the
me.
hashtag
That
IGN
seems
Fan Fest.
too loud.
You can even join the
Too loud.
IGN Fan Fest live
Right,
watch
we're
party
staying at
right
70.
now on
70
TikTok.
worked.
Just
This
grab your
worked.
phone, open up the TikTok app, and enjoy.
Okay, I think we got all the housekeeping nonsense out of the way. We're going to keep things moving extremely quick today.
think that's
because we
fine
have
now.
a ton
That's fine,
of
okay.
amazing stuff
All
to
good.
show you. In just a bit, we're going to let you get a sneak peek at Halo, the series, coming to
Halo,
Paramount
then
Plus.
Skywalker
Also,
Saga,
Sonic the
okay.
Hedgehog 2 hitting theaters this April. Huge
Remember to
games
like and
Teenage
subscribe, guys, if
Mutant
you're
Ninja
new, would
Turtles
appreciate
Revenge,
it.
Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga, and so much more. Like
So much more.
So buckle up.
He's
Alright,
ready
guys,
for
let's
it.
get into it. Since 2001, Halo has been one of the biggest and most popular video game
Right,
franchises.
so we're starting off with
on Earth.
Halo
And next
then,
month,
okay.
it's finally becoming a live-action.
Yeah, Skywalker Saga's in
telling a
30,
brand new story
38
from
minutes,
Master Chief.
technically.
Right now, you're looking at some.
Again, you don't have to
exclusive
tune in
stuff
until
for the
then,
show.
that's
It looks
completely fine.
awesome. Here to tell us more about the show are the stars.
So audio's
of the
good now, I'm
brand new
guessing.
Paramount Plus series.
I'll just have another little listen back.
Ryan McCaffrey with IGN here. I am
Let's have a
thrilled to
listen.
be joined by much.
If you're moaning, complaining, whatever about it being 11:40, just remember, right? It's better than last year, where it was just never at events. That's my mindset. That's why, if I sound too positive when it comes to this game, that's mainly why, because I just remember what things were like a year ago, and I don't want to go back to that ever. So I'm more than satisfied with how things are now. Am I doing a shoe review? Well, I can't if we don't see their shoes.
How has this show evolved?
Can't see their
since
shoes,
first
so
announced
that means no
so
shoe
many
review,
moons
sadly.
ago, and
I'd love to do a
is
shoe
Steven
review, to
Spielberg
be
still
honest.
involved in this, or
No
is
Jeff
he
today
just-
either.
give
This
us
is
an
IGN,
update
so
on sort of how the show
nothing
has
to do
evolved
with
into
our
what
good
it
old
is
friend
today.
Jeff. We may never see
I-
Jeff
I
again,
get
because
started
by the
now that
time
you
we
guys
see Jeff
jump
again,
in, 'cause it's,
the game will
it's been a
probably be
journey.
out.
And I feel like we've definitely had sort of, a lot of fits and starts.
You're gonna stay here for my voice, thank you,
I think that's the
G-Man.
right thing,
I mean,
right, to get to where we
probably
are.
loads of people reacting to this.
It's
They
not
probably
something
all
I
got
anticipated
face
would ever
cams.
take
So
so long.
to anyone
All of
staying,
those
because I know I don't have
decisions,
mine on, or I don't have one. Thank you.
The time it took to get here was worth it. And we have
I'm good,
we've gone through
JLW, how are you?
we've gone through-
Potentially there may be some characters like Cain and Ezra in the game already that you unlock, but we just don't know that for certain. And Book of Boba Fett, I'd expect Boba and Shand to be in the Mandalorian Season 2 pack, but the series was just made too far into their development of this game, so don't be expecting like Black Chrysanthemum and Bad Batch, Book of Boba Fett, Cad Bane. Cad Bane may make it in the Bad Batch pack, but I don't know. Depends if every pack is limited to 5 characters.
But the amount of material that's there is so exciting.
We're getting close, guys.
About going forward, right, is that the amount of
I'm really
knowledge
curious
that we have
because
to pull from
every time, even when it's confirmed, it's a trailer.
such a gift. And so that's the thing that I'm the most excited
But I'd really like to
I can't thank all of you enough for your time.
just see
Halo,
a
coming
developer
Paramount
talk
Plus,
about it for the first time since
March
2019 at
24th.
E3.
So
Like, that'd be
excited to watch the
really
show.
nice, actually.
Thank you to Kiki Wolfkill, Stephen Kane, Otto Bothurst, Pablo Schreiber, Natasha McElhone, Bokeem Woodbine, Natasha Kolzak, and Jen Taylor. Some of the stars and some of the behind-the-scenes folks of Halo. For more on all things Halo, whether it's the game or the show, keep it right here on IGN.
Yeah, Evan, Cora, I just checked it then. Thanks for the update on that. So that's that done
That
there.
was an in-depth look.
Sorry,
at
I
Halo
was just
coming to
reading
Paramount
something.
Plus on
Right,
March
would you
24th.
buy a
Be
Lego
sure to
Mission
check in on
Impossible
IGN
game?
next month to
Probably
see
not
our set visit
personally,
coverage
but
of the
that's
show
just because
and
I
so
wouldn't
much
really
more.
care
But right
for it.
now, IGN
Thoughts
Fan
on
Fest is
horrible
presented by
history?
Elden Ring,
So random.
brand new From Software game launching February.
I think that was like a thing when I was a
Let's
kid,
take a look
right?
at the legacy
I
of the
watched a few,
Soulsborne
I don't
series
really care
and how it influenced
about
the
it. Do you
world
think
of
Ahsoka will be in the game?
co-op is
Hopefully, I mean, I think she'll be in the Mando Season 2 pack. I hope we get Clone Wars Ahsoka, I really do. 10 minutes,
For many,
everyone.
Dark Souls
10
prepared
minutes.
mantra was a badge of honor for those willing to accept the challenge.
Like and subscribe,
While
because
absent
this
from
is
Demon
about to
Souls
be
and future Soulsborne
epic,
games,
I hope.
That slogan really embodied the notorious difficulty that lured some in. And
Imagine we
pushed
get
others
no
away.
new
But the
footage. No, I don't
Soulsborne
think they do us
series
dirty
has
like
so much
that.
more
I
to
think
offer
throughout
for
the
those
behind the
willing
scenes
to give
look,
them a
we will
chance.
get
And
different
the same
bits of
holds true
footage.
for
I'm
Elden Ring. But if
so
you are
excited.
put
It's
off
still
by the franchise's
surreal in a
legendary
way
difficulty,
to
I
just
have
be
some good
getting
news.
stuff about this
According to
game.
series creator Hidetaka
We were in the
Miyazaki,
dark for so
more
long.
players
Like
than ever
2019
before
this was
should
announced.
be able to finish
2019
Elden Ring,
feels like
thanks to the
forever
level
ago.
of freedom the Land Between's open world design encourages. So in celebration of its upcoming
I feel like
release,
I've
we're taking a
changed
look
so
at
much, and then
how
I
the
feel like I've not
Soulsborne
changed
series
at all
influenced the open
since
world
2019.
design of Elden Ring. Presented by
Well,
Elden
yeah, I get comments of
The
people saying
Soulsborne
like, "Oh, I
series
was."
is known for crafting
I was like
sprawling,
kid when this game got
interconnected
announced.
worlds
Now I'm a
stuffed with
fully grown
personality.
adult, obviously
Whether it be
over
the
exaggerating a
Nexus,
bit, but
Firelink Shrine, the Hunter's
it's
Dream,
incredible.
or that special feeling you get when you
You know,
realize you can kick
technically,
that
right?
ladder down after
Technically,
the Taurus demon fight, giving
you
you
could
easy
be,
access to a bonfire.
you could have been
The
15
worlds
when this
all
game
just
got
seem to
announced,
make sense
technically a
how
kid,
they all managed to
and you could have been
fit together
18 when it
logically.
comes out, an
Judging by
adult.
what
So
we've
actually,
seen
they're
in
not
Elden Ring,
over-exaggerating
the
if that's the
lands between
case.
are no exception. And
So,
yes, I'm sure it's still
that's
full
how
of
long it's
poison
been.
swamps that'll make the Valley of
When's Lego
Defilement
Star
like
Wars?
Tentacles.
8 minutes.
But don't let that
8 minutes,
discourage you.
everyone.
Based on a recent preview
Be
from
ready.
IGN's Brendan
It's
Graeber,
gonna be big.
Elden Ring's open world
gonna
allows
be
players the freedom
insane.
to progress at a leisurely pace.
Cannot wait.
So if you get stuck somewhere, relegate it to a mental note and come back later after you've managed to scrounge up some better gear. There's plenty of things to
8
find and do in the
minutes.
open world, like discovering different dungeons,
Eight
finding
minutes.
crafting supplies. discovering
Battlefront 2 is
weapons
still
and armor,
going. I
and
know.
so much
I know.
more.
I mean,
There's no
I've
set
moved
way to
on
play
from
Elden
Battlefront 2 at this
According
point
to the
because
IGN
it's.
preview,
I
the game expects
understand
you
a
to
lot of
forge your
people
own path
can't
through
because
the lands
it meant a lot to
between,
me. It
and
meant a
the
lot
same
to me, but
holds
you
true
have
for
to
how you
move on
deal
from
with
that.
bosses.
It's
A
not
lot of
coming
the encounters
back.
are optional, so
We're
if you
probably
get
not
stuck
gonna get
somewhere,
another Battlefront
experiment.
for a
Unless you're
long
broken
time.
like me and force yourself to defeat
So,
any enemy that comes your way,
yeah.
no matter how long it takes. Looking at you, Demon of Hatred.
It's
But
sad,
again,
but
the choice is yours.
it's crazy,
Whether you
like,
wanna
Battlefront's still
brute
another
force it
year
or come up with
when
other
this was
creative
announced, didn't it?
solutions. Elden Ring rewards exploration and experimentation. It's all about freedom. There's also a
you was
special
14
kind
when
of
this
joy
was
that
announced, so
comes
you're
with
nearly an
discovering a
adult
new
now.
area
So
of
many
boss
people, when it was
didn't
announced, they
even
were
know
a kid,
existed
and
because
now they're an
not on
adult.
the game's main
I mean, they're
path.
not
To this
actually
day, I'm
over-exaggerating,
still
are
baffled
they,
that the
when they
Gwendolyn
say
boss
that?
fight in the original Dark Souls was optional, which of course reinforces.
Am
that
I
part
what,
of Brendan
Liam?
said,
You just put,
yes,
am I?
You
I
should
don't really know,
explore
am I
every
what?
nook and cranny from now
This
on.
game comes
I
out
have
10
it, I
days
plan on
before your
maintaining
birthday.
it in the
Hey,
long
imagine
run.
if the game came out on
And
your
when all
birthday.
else
How
fails,
cool would that
There's
be?
no shame in calling in a friend to lend a helping hand. And
That would
according
be
to
pretty
Miyazaki,
cool.
the team at From Software
Lego
reduced
Battlefront
the
coming?
number of
That's
hoops
probably not going to
players
happen
need to
ever.
jump through
I mean, there's
in
more
order to
chance of
enjoy
us getting a Lego
multiplayer.
Clone Wars
Long
2.
gone are the
That's never going to
arcade
happen.
days of
Also,
Bloodborne's ringing bells.
what mission
So
am I
embrace
most
the
looking
co-op
forward to?
and ride
The
coattails to victory.
look, out of what's
But say
confirmed,
you wanna rely on
Palpatine
your
versus
own
Yoda, because I've
expertise,
always
but still
wanted
need
it.
a little bit of a helping hand.
Trashing up the Senate
Check
chamber is
out
going to be
Elden Ring
amazing.
Spirit Summons.
But if
allies that can assist
Windu
available at
and
your
the
beck
and the
call,
gang, you know, Kit
not
Fisto,
entirely
Aiden,
unlike asking
Kolar,
for help from NPCs in Dark Souls.
Sassy
The
Tin
legacy of the
versus
Soulsborne
Palpatine. If that
franchise
gets
is one fraught
confirmed,
with failure,
then that
triumph,
takes it for me. It's
and
not
all
confirmed yet,
sorts
but
of
we do
strange
see
body
Palpatine's
gestures.
Senate quarters
Witness
in the
next
latest
part of that
6-minute
legacy
breakdown,
for
so
yourself.
I think
Elden
it's going to
Ring
be in
comes out
there,
on
but we'll have to
February
see.
25th for Xbox Series X, Series S, PlayStation
I feel it's a
5,
pretty big
PC,
part of the movie, to be
PlayStation
honest.
4,
It's where
and Xbox One.
Anakin
And for more on all
turns.
things
I mean,
Elden
if you
Ring, stay
imagine
tuned
you were
to
following
IGN.
the story from the complete saga,
The
you
Teenage
see
Mutant Ninja
Anakin's
Turtles
good
are
at the
getting
start,
a
and then
brand new side-scrolling
all of a sudden,
arcade-inspired
in
beat-em-up
the
game
Jedi
this year, and
Temple,
it's
when
called
you return to the
Teenage
Jedi
Mutant
Temple, you
Ninja
see the
Turtles
hologram of
Shredder's
him
Revenge.
being evil,
Now,
and then you're
patrolling
fighting him in the
the
final
Foot
mission.
Soldier's iconic mutant
I
bad
suppose you
guys,
can
and
read
evil
the
Shredder
crawl at the
himself,
start of
those
each one, but
turtles are
does
gonna need
anybody
all the
actually do
help
that?
and
Maybe you
assistance
do.
they can get.
And
Don't think
luckily
I've
for
ever
them,
fully
that's
read them.
exactly what they're gonna get right now. Let's take a look at Splinter, the brand new playable character joining the fight in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. Plus, the debut.
Oh, there's a
brand new
Teenage Mutant
game
Ninja
and
Turtles
your first
game.
look at Xbox gameplay. Cowabunga.
So this isn't out yet, is it? Because I may have. Oh no, it's this. It's the. Yeah, I remember. God, I remember like last year when this got revealed. I was getting so hyped, and then they revealed this. Fine if you're into that type of stuff, but imagine like a Turtles game in like the same engine as Battlefront, for example. Like what? We're in 2022, guys. Come on. I definitely think people will buy your game, but it's not going to be the next groundbreaking thing, which I think everybody should aim to have the next groundbreaking game. Look at Fortnite, came from absolutely nowhere. And whether you like it or you don't, because I'm not a fan of it, but whether you like it or you don't, you can't deny its success. I used to like the Turtles when I was a kid, actually. I used to watch the cartoon, but there's been so many different renditions and stuff. That's what I don't like with things like different renditions. I'd rather just a fluent story that continues, like Star Wars. You can go to different parts of it, but it's always the same story. You don't have like different actors who played Luke, for example. All right, you could argue actually you've had different people portray him in like The Mandalorian, for example, but it's supposed to be the same guy. It's not like a different actor plays Luke to give their different take on it, if you get what I mean.
Thanks to your help, we've raised over $100,000.
It's his birthday on April 5th. That's a lucky birthday. Fair play. We've got 500 people ready. 4 minutes, everyone. 4 minutes. Question is, it's 4 minutes away. How long is it going to go on for, like the Lego Star Wars segment? Because I wouldn't mind it being like half an hour like Halo was, but I don't know. I mean, when I checked the featured game in the settings of this stream, it was Lego Star Wars, so that may imply it's the biggest game on there. Or the biggest thing there. 4 minutes, everyone. Like and subscribe. Nearly at 300 likes. Subscribe to the second channel as well. Link to the top of the chat. This is it. I don't want to follow IGN. To be honest, I don't even watch IGN. This is the first time I've watched IGN probably in a very long time. A 2 minute it's not a 2 minute segment, is it? I hope not. Well, I know I said I wouldn't be let down because we've already got so much more at this point than I thought. You know, in an alternate universe, we're here now nearly in March, like Skywalker Saga's coming out this year, still not heard anything. But look, we're in such a great position right now. So, yeah, that's how we were last year, right? We were like approaching March, all there like, well, it's supposed to be coming out in spring, but we've not heard anything.
The Fix Entertainment. Whether it's the latest superhero scoop, film fiasco, or anime announcement, I'll be here covering all the
Say the line. What line?
And streaming news that matters most to you.
Say General Kenobi. Yeah. General Kenobi. You are a bold one. This is it.
Yo, welcome back to IGN FanFest. Now, last month, we learned that one of the biggest games of the year, Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, is finally launching on April 5th. But, you know, since we don't want to make you wait that long just to see more, let's get an exclusive behind-the-scenes look at the making of the game, and let's do it, guys. Director to see if we can get him to spill some of the secrets of the Skywalker Saga.
Okay, this will definitely be uploaded. Ooh, like the Jedi there.
Been a massive fan of Lego and Star Wars since I was very young.
There's lightsabers, there's spaceships, there's weird aliens.
Is that
it was just a privilege to be able to work on the game.
It's just a
There's the mission
that spans all generations.
I'm gonna make the jump to light speed.
Looks like we're getting new footage, guys.
As soon as we started talking about doing a new Lego Star Wars game, the ambition swelled because as fans, we love all the movies, and to have the opportunity to tell the whole saga from episode 1 all the way through to episode 9, we knew we had to.
Mate, can I just say, Palpatine versus Windu is confirmed.
We started off by having regular meetings with Lego and Lucasfilm, discussing just everything about the visual design of Star Wars, what makes a Star Wars game, how we might integrate Lego into this game.
They gave us access to all of their libraries, which was the greatest thing to
bloody
be able
Jedi
to
Temple, guys. Madness. Madness.
The storytelling throughout Lego Star Wars is incredible and filled with jokes and funny moments, because in a Lego game, we have freedom.
You can use the humor and we can spin it. So Han Solo is still being Han Solo, but he might have a banana instead of a blaster or something like that.
Oh, nice. I love it. Man, I love it.
We knew we needed to refresh the game and get something that felt
Gunga?
familiar but
Seen it
reinvented.
before?
The systems, the frameworks we put in place to enable us to do that over like 100 different gameplay mechanics and all the different systems that make up that game.
Real-time processing on the voices. So when you pick up a helmet and you put it on, your voice changes to sound like you're a stormtrooper.
Well, looks like you've got a stormtrooper problem you should look into.
We're putting a lot of emphasis on the lighting and the environments. We have something like 12,000 materials that were generated for the game.
Looks actually really nice.
Models and 26,000 textures.
Mars's Castle.
If you're a fan of Lego Company's work, you'll be amazed at the resolution and the amazing work that the models team have done.
We get to recreate all these iconic designs, literally brick by brick.
We built the
It looks
ships
incredible.
entirely out of
Oh,
Lego
the
bricks.
Venator, lovely.
That's not
Lovely.
just the exterior of the ship, that's the interior, so you can land inside these ships and walk around in an environment entirely made out of Lego bricks.
If you were to build one of our capital ships in real life, it would take millions and millions of bricks.
Oh man, the Luger Hulk
We've
looks
designed
incredible.
some of the characters that don't exist as physical models.
Oh, it's the
what we would do is we'd look at the film
crate
reference.
Wait, what is that?
And we'd take existing Lego creatures and characters that are similar, and then what we end up with is something that is as accurate as we could make it. Take the Bantha, for example. So it's just really true to Lego IP, and it's really true to the film IP.
Man.
You wanted an evolution, I suppose. So what we've done is try to keep what's familiar, but really add something a bit more modern in, a bit more fresher. One of the things we've done in this game is we've gone for
The
a
fact that you can
third-person
walk around
camera.
Otogunga.
With the blaster combat in the game, we really wanted it to make it feel more visceral. Now when you use the blaster combat, we bring the camera down, we get into this like third person perspective, and it just really makes you feel like more in the action, which is pretty great.
Using the Force is a huge part of the game.
The Jedi, the Sith, they all have this
Have a look
Force
at the
power where they
Dreadnought, I
can
love
literally
it.
pick objects off the floor and fling them about.
Show me so much
took
Clone
advantage
Wars
of that Force power
and the rest.
that we haven't done.
I
on
want to see
previous
that Exegol, actually.
You can fly into space and there's like just interactions that'll happen.
What
Giant
planet's
ships,
that?
like a Star Destroyer coming
to go
in.
back and
You
look.
can try and fight it and you go defeat it and you can capture it and
Wow,
take it over.
what a shot. What a shot.
I think when we're making these games, we think about the fans a lot.
So there's a few Easter eggs in this game, some stuff that we're really excited to get in.
You can switch all the weapons so that it's mouth noises. So you can be like, zhuang zhuang, woo woo, pew pew.
And of course, you might have heard of a little thing called Mumble Mode.
So mumble mode is basically how the old Star Wars games were. We had to rely on animation, expression, and these sort of mumbles that mimicked the speech.
It goes.
Perfect. Perfect. God, the fact they did
Seeing
it.
your work put together on a scale like this really makes it feel like it's something special.
This is the ultimate experience of going everywhere in the universe as whatever character you want.
Oh, there's Cody
really being
in action
in Star Wars.
And I can't wait for players to see the hard work.
Been a really ambitious project. What they've achieved, they should be rightfully proud of.
No, I'm happy for them, man. Is that it? Is that it? I mean, if it is, that was incredible. Honestly, I'm so happy for them. It looks... I know it's near the start, but the standout for me is Palpatine versus Windu. Confirmed.
Play it on Xbox Series X and S.
Well done, developers. I loved it. Let's see if there's any more.
9 movies, 45 years, and millions
What-
of Lego
what-
bricks later. Lego Star Wars: The
full
Skywalker Saga
respect
is almost
to
here
them,
to
man.
bring
Honestly,
it
it
all together
looks
on your favorite video game
so
console.
good.
Here to tell me more is Jonathan Smith, head of
Oh, here we
production
go.
at
Here's the
TCG.
interview. So we're
Thank
getting
you
more.
so much for joining us.
Tell me, Jonathan.
It's a huge pleasure. Great to see you. Thank you.
So you've been with Lego and Star Wars for so long. I cannot wait for this game. This is the culmination of so many different aspects of the Star Wars and video games and toys coming together. One of the things that I really love about what we've seen so far about this game is that combat seems to be on a completely different level than we've seen before. It appears there's a lot of refinements, especially specifically to the lightsaber fighting. Can you tell me a little bit about how combat's evolved in the new Lego Star Wars game?
Yeah, sure. I mean, everything is new. We've had the opportunity to build this game thinking what would be great.
I hope we can find out some new stuff in this, actually.
Take advantage of every
Like, I hope he doesn't just
skill and piece of
reiterate things.
technology we can bring to bear to make the ultimate Lego Star Wars game now.
Wait, Palpatine
And when we
versus
look at those
Windu.
movies,
The fact we're getting that, I mean, I hope, because it was a cutscene, to be fair.
The first question we asked ourselves was,
I don't think they do us dirty like that, to be fair.
More exciting, more intense, feel more personal than you've ever had it in any LEGO Star Wars game previously. And for the lightsaber characters, it's really important that we've moved the camera to put you closer to the characters. So
give us some more new footage.
The intense impact of every blow. We've also added a combo system, new counter moves, and a new mechanism for boss encounters, big lightsaber duels that really get you right up to the enemy.
I really, really love that because these are, you know, it's a very difficult sort of balance to find a way to make these games feel intense and personal.
Does anyone know how long the interview is? Because I just hope we get new stuff from it, that's all.
That approach taken specifically to the lightsaber stuff. I mean, every single person who loves Star Wars loves it for different reasons, but I think everyone agrees.
Remember to like and subscribe, guys.
Things in the history.
Tyler,
so seeing
rewind it.
You
can't miss it.
And control is really, really cool. Now, this is obviously like built from the structure of, you know, so much of what your team has done in the past with the Lego Star Wars games, but there are a lot of the
choke out Jabba? We'll have to see.
Games, the complete saga, you know, the Lego
I want to
Star
go
Wars
back
games
and
that I
see
grew up
so
playing.
much of this. Like,
how are these levels brought in to the new game, to the new engine? Like, what is the sort of level of bringing those things back into the current form now, or are you building them completely from scratch this time around?
It's all new. We started again. Of course, we have the memory. That
see, I don't mind this. I'm just saying I hope he's not reiterating stuff because I want to go back and see that trailer.
What a Lego Star Wars game feels like, but we built.
I don't really know what more they can tell us though that's new, to be honest.
You know, more than a decade of making these Lego games, there were new things we wanted to try, and a bigger canvas than we've ever had.
Next event is in 13. Okay.
9 movies.
I don't mind listening. I just hope there's new stuff.
Remember those great levels from the previous games. Everything here started from a blank sheet of paper and looking carefully at the movies and asking the question, what would be the best way to bring this action to life?
One of the things I saw from the trailers is...
Yeah, to be fair, we've not heard about the character customizer, have we?
Vehicles, I guess we could call them... I don't know if we want to call a Tauntaun or a Dewback a vehicle, but I guess theoretically they are, right? And we've seen AT Walkers... Yeah.
You don't need a license to jump on board them.
Hey, I don't think they're vehicles. I think they're creatures.
Yeah,
Come on.
The ride-ons, the big ships, the small vehicles from the single trooper aerial platforms in Theed from Episode 1 through the land.
Show us that old, the new footage. Sorry, in the background. I want to see it again.
We've got hundreds of different ways.
They're just showing us the old stuff. Like, show me all that again, please. Did they upload it to YouTube? Let's see. Let's see.
From that original game, and we do have action set pieces, choreographed moments of
they upload it because it looked like at the start they had like the rating, so they should have. Yeah, they did. They uploaded it. Everyone, 5 minutes long. Developer diary. I like it.
And spaces within
love seeing stuff like this actually.
Entirely out of Lego. So there are all kind of ways to traverse all these different spaces that we have in Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga.
Let's talk about co-op, because co-op has always been one of my favorite elements of these games. I've seen co-op in the Lego games evolve throughout the years between, you know, single screen and split screen, and then we've had the thing that's sort of like the kind of clockwork camera angles and stuff like that. How are these levels or these areas scaled for 2 players? Because I love to play these games.
Cy Snoofles is in there. I know. I couldn't believe she's in there, but
so what was done this?
They're really going obscure with this game, aren't they?
It's been a critical part of every Lego game we've done right from the very start. Although we have approached it in different ways, but having people play together, and I think in particular with a Lego game, having people of different ages play together, be it older and younger siblings, but in particular, parents and children has been something we've been able to really focus on and have again with Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga. So the whole game is playable in co-op. You'll pick up as different characters. It will work
Where's
with
this
a straight split screen.
Online co-op though, man?
The dynamic split screen that you're talking
That's what we all
about
want.
was something that we experimented with for a while, but we've gone to a fixed split screen now for this game. And the areas that you'll explore are generally quite large. There are set-piece duels and highlight, showcase, choreographed sections which bring the players very closely together. but also there are quite large spaces, like the whole of Coruscant, or large cities on Tatooine, or Theed Palace, another large environment, where you'll be able to split up and explore and discover all the secrets that the game has to offer off the beaten track.
Tell me something new, please.
How does that work for sort of like the legacy features, stuff like
Awesome B,
True
how you
Jedi,
doing?
collecting enough studs in each level? Is that stuff coming back, or have you kind of looked at that and kind of flipped it over on that end too?
Figuring down and Max Rebo. I mean, Max Rebo we know is in there, don't we?
The reasons for having depth of collectibles and rewards for playing the game.
I mean, I saw him in this, but I think we already knew about him.
Rewards for experimentation. The incentive remains the same, but we have freshened up our approach, and we think we're very closely this time immersed in the Star Wars universe. So we don't have gold bricks, but we do have
no gold bricks. I mean, we knew that.
Secret hidden Kyber bricks that you'll be able to collect across the whole game, both through progression with the story and also off the beaten track in the
free
hubs,
roam,
in out of the way places,
okay.
by completing challenges and side quests and extra bonus missions. You asked about True Jedi. Yeah, similarly, we're going to encourage people to replay the levels and get extra rewards, but now through setting them specific challenges that they can undertake, as well as having, we do still have mini kits, exactly as we had them before, so you can collect those, because collecting and then unlocking more vehicles for you to play with, more spaceships for you to fly with, and more characters for you to control and take around through these wonderful spaces is still core to what we're trying to offer.
We got a glimpse at what looked.
I mean,
like a galaxy
are they
map
gold bricks? I mean, maybe they technically are.
Makes it seem like players will be able to hop from planet to planet.
Just change the look of them, really. No red bricks either. It's sad, but moving with the times, you know.
This is all about. The galaxy map looks so cool.
Yeah, I want to hear about this,
I think
actually.
everything you were imagining, was in our imagination when we thought of being able to travel across the Lego Star Wars galaxy to bring that entire space to life. So we've got 23 planets, and you can, through the galaxy map, fly from one to the other, land on that planet in one of 28 different landing zones. And the story will take you in a progression from planet to planet, from location to location. There'll be gameplay on the planets, in the open hub areas, and then through levels as well. And that takes you, as well as on the planets, through space. So there is gameplay out in outer space, beyond the planets. There are all kinds of missions that you'll undertake in the local space environments as you skip around. Again, pursuing the story, you can choose.
I kind of just want to know about the customizer, you know, and
episode 1, episode 4, episode 7,
mainly the customizer.
And new story that way, or you can choose as you unlock new planets and new spaces to go back and explore in free play to take control of different ships and characters. There's so much for you to discover.
Ahsoka's not confirmed as of yet. No, she's not.
The galaxy map and the data pad that supports it is going to be essential.
Can we just ask them to put the new footage in the background, please? Like, I'm watching it back now. I'd really like to see the new stuff. Remember to like and subscribe, guys. Would appreciate it. If you're not, make sure you are.
Okay, so I'm gonna get in a little bit more detailed here. The Lego games, for me, one of the coolest things about them is
I want a bit of detail.
Recaptured that sort of feeling that I have collecting Star Wars toys, right? Like there are just tons and tons of different minifigs and characters and ships and stuff that you can unlock. This is for pretty much every Lego game you've made. There's been a deep roster, whether it's Jurassic Park or Indiana Jones, characters that are in the back corners end up playable in these games. Star Wars, especially for the
guy's just asking the questions we already know the answers to, isn't he?
Probably the biggest roster of anything in history. How did you attempt to get as many characters as you could in there?
Over 300. We're going to be told what we already know.
Always, because we love, like you, these characters, these stories, these worlds. There's a huge amount of passion and love that means we want to put them all.
Show the new footage. Show the new footage in the background, please.
Hard-working team who are have been working now.
IGN have uploaded the new footage on their channel, guys, so I'd recommend watching it. I'm having a look now because they're not showing it here.
And there are hundreds of characters available.
Again, I mean, they've
we
already
have to
showed it
balance
once.
Some of those discussions. The exuberance.
Man, size Snoofles
really
and
would like to create every
Max
single
Rebo, and then you see the
ever been seen on
Palpatine versus Windu. I love this trailer. And then you got like Kiadi at the start and everything.
And a player's sense
so good.
There's a point where I have to finish the game. And there's a point also where we want to make sure that these characters are meaningfully differentiated from each other. But that has enabled us to go within the scope of this, our biggest ever game, really deep. I mean, even as we've been split up now for a while, working from home primarily, I think I was able to sense the disturbance in the Force as though a million voices had cried out in delight at the moment we confirmed that we did actually have Yaddle playable in the game. The design piece, such as the intensity of feeling from amongst the team when we had that.
I mean, it's not the interviewer's fault. He's told what to ask, but
we've got fan favorites.
Could ask things like they're reiterating a lot here.
Power Droid is an important, iconic.
We got new footage, Red. It's already been like 10 minutes ago. They're just not showing it again.
Stunning.
Put it in the background while we talk.
I didn't expect anything less, but it seems like it's really taking advantage of the power under the hood of the new consoles and PC and stuff like that. Tell me how this game came together visually, because I know you're trying to strike that balance between something that looks like a shiny little piece of plastic toy, but then also something that's epic and grandiose and gorgeous.
I mean, it's simply the incredible work and talent of hundreds of people for a very, very long time. Starting at a foundation with some of our amazing technology specialists and engineers creating new rendering systems that really make everything look better than it's ever looked in a LEGO game.
Yeah, we know all this though. I just want some new stuff. Again, like, or show me the old stuff. That's all.
But building on that then is the work not only of the...
I'm so excited too. I just want them to show the other footage again on the big screen. I don't want to have to keep watching it on my phone. Come on.
Weathering the characters dynamically so that the sand that they walk through actually appears on the physical models. And then
they walk through the sand. We knew this, man. Come on, tell me about the customizer.
To make it all fit together and seem of a place.
Yeah, IGN loves repeating questions. Not just IGN. A lot of outlets love asking what we already know.
It gleams where it should, but it also feels still Lego. That things that are made out of plastic bricks still have that connection that you have as someone who's picked these bricks up and played with them yourself. They still have the same meaning. It's a feat of technology, aesthetics, skill, creativity, and just hard work.
Jonathan, thank you so much.
So
everything
he repeated himself.
This is
We're going to watch back the new footage in a minute, guys. Anyway, I'm going to play it for you all.
I love this series. I love these games, and I love.
Bear with.
Super excited to see it all come together. Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga comes to PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo Switch, and PC this April. So for all things Lego Star Wars and video games, stick with IGN. And thank you so much, Jonathan.
Thank you for repeating yourself for 10 minutes, man. Could have looked at the new footage again by now.
I'm a Jedi, like my father before me.
Let's see if there's anything new here.
So be it, Jedi.
You've seen this. How many missions per episode? 5 per episode. And
Thanks,
then bonus
Brian.
levels.
Earlier this month, Shenmue, the legendary video game series.
Okay. Let's go back and rewatch it, everyone. How far back is it, right? About... Hang on. We're almost there. Okay. Play from about there? Let's watch it again, everyone. Here we go. Let's see it again. This is the new footage. Should we do a breakdown?
I've been a massive fan of Lego.
We'll watch it first and then we'll break it down if I want to.
There's lightsabers, there's spaceships, there's weird aliens.
I love that.
It was just a privilege
Size
to be able to
Snoofles
work
and
on
Max
the game.
Rebo.
It's just a franchise that spans all generations.
I'm gonna make the jump to light speed.
It just looks insane, honestly.
As soon as we started talking about doing a new Lego Star Wars game, the ambition swelled because as fans, we love all the movies, and to have the opportunity to tell the whole saga from episode 1 all the way through to episode 9, we knew we had to take it further.
It just looks more phenomenal every time I see it.
Started off by having
you can see it. We'll break down these shots actually in a minute, but you can see Lama Sue on there. I noticed actually, pretty cool.
Makes a Star Wars game, how we might integrate.
There's everyone's favorite scene, you know.
They gave us access to all of their libraries.
Do you guys want a breakdown or not? Like a live breakdown? I don't know. Like, we'll see. There's Tarful as well. I see him over there.
The storytelling throughout LEGO Star Wars is incredible and filled with jokes and funny moments, because in a LEGO game, we have freedom.
You can use the humour and we can spin it. So Han Solo is still being Han Solo, but he might have a banana instead of a blaster or something like that.
This scene actually surprisingly looks a bit like the old LEGO games. I don't know why. It just has that feel.
We need to refresh the game and get something that.
Look how we're actually able to explore Otogunga.
The
like,
systems, the frameworks we put in place to enable us to do that over like 100.
People want a breakdown who's still here. We may do one then.
We'll make up that game.
Real-time processing on the voices.
Remember to keep liking and subscribing, guys. We'd appreciate it. We're almost at 43.5k, so
sound like you're a stormtrooper.
Get me to that, and we'll do this breakdown.
We're putting a lot of emphasis on the lighting and the environments.
People do want a breakdown, okay?
Materials that were generated
Let's because you know me, I don't like doing breakdown videos because all you have is people in the comments saying you missed this. This way we don't miss anything.
If you're a fan of,
I love how there's a Twi'lek on Mars's on Takodana, because I like that's one thing like I didn't enjoy in the sequels. Like all the old aliens weren't there. Like have a mix. I feel old and new, so I like that in this game.
Entirely out of Lego bricks.
I'll never look at the
That's
Venator.
not just the exterior of the ship. That's the interior.
That's built out of Lego. Take ages to build that.
In an environment
probably cost a lot too.
Made out of Lego bricks.
If you were to build one of our capsule ships in real life, it would take millions and millions of bricks.
We've designed some of the characters that don't exist as physical
models. Is that the...
What we would do is
that the Crate Dragon? I don't really know what that is, because I thought the Crate Dragon's much bigger. Because we saw it in Mando, didn't we?
With is something that is as accurate as we could make it. Take the Bantha for
What's for the frame rate? Is the frame rate
really
bad?
true to LEGO IP, and it's really true to the film.
Oh, you mean in the game?
You wanted an
it may be better when you actually
play it. So what we've done is try to keep what's familiar, but really
this is a trailer
add something
at the
a bit
end
more
of the day.
modern in, a bit more fresher. One of the things we've done in this game is we've gone for a third-person camera.
With the blaster combat in the game, we really wanted to make it feel more visceral. Now when you use the blaster combat, we bring the camera down, we get into this like third-person perspective, and it just really makes you feel like more in the action, which is pretty great.
Using the Force is a huge part of the game.
The Jedi, the Sith, they all have this Force power where they can literally pick objects off the floor and fling them about. We really took advantage of that Force power.
We see this area so much, don't we? This Tatooine area. We're going to break it down, everyone, once we've watched it the whole way through.
And there's like
since people
just
seem to want to
interactions
see
that will
it,
happen.
so.
Giant ships, like a Star Destroyer coming in. You can try and fight it, and you go defeat it, and you can capture it.
That looks like it was like incomplete, that shot, or is it just the design?
I think when we're making these games, we think about the fans a lot.
So there's a few Easter eggs in this game, some stuff that we're really excited to get in.
You can switch all the weapons so that it's mouth noises. So you can be like, zhuang zhuang, woo woo, pew pew.
And of course, you might have a little thing called mumble mode.
So mumble mode is basically how the old Star Wars.
I'm sure the actual game, guys, won't be 30 FPS.
Animation,
Come on,
expression,
of course it won't
and
be.
these sort of mumbles that mimicked the speech.
It goes.
Huh? Murder.
Seeing your work put together on a scale like this really
I love how Mumble Mode's in there. I know we've known about it for like a month
This
now,
is
but
the ultimate experience of going everywhere
it's
in the
nice to
universe.
see it. It's a relief. I love seeing Cody as well in action. He looks great.
In Star Wars.
Lego release it so I can buy one.
See the hard work.
I want a Cody personally. I really want a Cody. All right, let's break it down, guys. Since you all said you wanted to, let's go from the start and let's break it down. So I know I could just open up the trailer, but we'll do it this way.
We don't want to make you wait that long just to see more. Let's get an exclusive behind-the-scenes look at the making of the game,
let's break
and
this
then
down.
talk to its creative director to see if we can get him to spill some of the.
Let's see what we can find. I'm curious to see like when they've got all those shots on screen, like 40 at once. First of all, just want to say it's nice to see Ki-Adi-Mundi up close now, because we did see him in the 6-minute breakdown, but he was quite a distance away and I know a lot of people missed him. Can we make out who those Jedi are in the background? Probably not, but they are there. I wish they'd online co-op too. Too bad that the interviewer didn't ask about that, but he clearly had scripted questions.
I've been a massive fan of Lego and Star Wars since I was very young.
There's lightsabers,
I mean,
there's spaceships, there's weird aliens.
Yep, there. Cy Snoofles and Max Rebo. Now, I expected Max Rebo, admittedly, because we got him in Force Awakens, didn't we? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think we've ever seen Sny Snoofles. I always get a name wrong, or I feel like I do. I feel like this is the first time we've ever seen Sny Snoofles in Lego form. Looks great, actually. It looks really, really cool. I want to see her from the side to see like if her mouth actually full on like goes out. It seems to there, but not exactly a fan favourite of mine. I've been very critical about the Clone Wars episode with her and Zero the Hutt. I think those two are just really creepy. But in terms of like character design and seeing her in the game, I think what a choice, and well done to them for including her in there. Max, I kind of just expected Max, admittedly.
It was just a.
And then I want to say something about the Palpatine Windu, right? First of all, what I want to say is, so we already knew Red Robe's Palpatine was going to be in the game, because back in 2019 we had the screenshot from the actual event, and we saw he was in there. This version's got a cape, which is interesting. I don't think the last one did, but I'd have to check. Minor. The thing I want to point out is, so in the trailer from, I believe it was last August, we see Palpatine captured, and he's got like the white hair, just like the flat kind of white hair. Not the same one as Luke, but you know the one I mean. And then that's from the same episode as this, where he's got like the blondie hair, which I thought with that trailer from last year being the latest one, they would have changed it, but surprisingly, again, very minor, I'm curious more than anything, I'm not complaining, I'm curious. Palpatine now is going to have 2 different hairstyles in the same movie. Nothing big, I'm just curious, I thought they would have changed it. Now, I actually personally like this one more, but I know a lot of people prefer the white kind of shorter one as well.
It's just a franchise.
Can I say how glad I am to have that? Because that's now, as I was saying earlier, going to be my number one hyped level. Because that's the one I'm most excited for.
As soon as we started talking about doing a new Lego Star Wars game, the ambition swelled. Because as fans, we love all the movies.
Read the chat in a minute, just finding a new shot to pause at here.
To tell the whole saga from episode 1.
We really didn't need the extra interview. This
we knew we had to
thing did everything for us.
Than we'd ever been.
I think they just added that in there. Right, this. Okay, I already see Lama Su down there, but I'll just check the chat. In the Jedi Library, yeah, the Jedi Library. We have that at the top there. We also see it in the trailer. One of the statues under it. Maybe lets you select episodes/ eras. We'll have a look at that in a second. Actually, Lego Builder. It's not going to have 30 FPS, guys, in the actual game. Jedi Bob I haven't seen. Right, let's have a look at this. So, main intro. I think that's the main intro of episode 2, is it, at the top? Then we got Coruscant Volcrol District. I cannot work out. It's Zam Wessel, isn't it? That's Zam Wessel. Then we got her speeder chase. Oh, so this is like going for episode 2. Yeah, so that would make sense. That's Zam. Obviously... I mean, this is actually giving a real good look, actually, of how each episode's going to pan out. So you got, like, the second 2, so the 3rd and 4th are, like, the chase. Then you got the Jedi Temple, so we're actually going to have the scene where Obi-Wan goes to meet Jocasta Nu. Obi-Wan and Lama Su. Obviously, Obi-Wan versus Jango. Asteroid Field. Anakin and Padme Naboo, but that is Padme from episode 1. Again, I don't want to complain. I notice these things because at this point I know everything there is. Well, I feel like I do. So I know every accuracy and inaccuracy to look out for. So that is episode 1 Padme. Then I'm guessing that's Anakin. It looks more like Qui-Gon to me, but no, it's Padme. It's Padme actually because I can see the hair. That's the wrong Padme, but again, not a big issue. Then the other two we can't see. We got arriving on Tatooine. No, sorry, Geonosis. Droid Factory. Got the graphics of the Droid Factory look incredible. Coruscant, so I'm guessing that's Windu coming out to go to Geonosis. It should be interesting if we see that. Then the arena. Obi-Wan, more of Obi-Wan, Anakin versus Dooku, and another debut, I feel, Padme in her wedding dress. Don't think we've ever seen that one before. So that's a good one. Library is to... Did I talk... I don't know, I'm confused. When did I talk about syllables in the word library? I don't know. Federal District. Yes, Federal... I couldn't work it out, actually, but yes, it is Federal District. It is a bit blurry on my screen. Apologies. This gives us a really good outline, though, of what to expect. We'll get on to the next one now. It says EP2, EP3 underneath them. Yeah, it does, actually. Episode 2, EP3, so it's like episode 2, mission 3. So yeah, you can work out which one's from which. Yeah, because you've got your main outro, main intro. That's brilliant, actually. That's perfect for understanding how an episode is going to work. So, your first mission is Coruscant, isn't it? Your second mission is Coruscant and Camino, so you travel in the same one, and then to Geonosis, apparently. Then Naboo, Tatooine, and Coruscant in the third one as well. So you travel from different planets in the same mission, potentially. I like it. I love seeing that. That's really nice to just get an outline of each episode. And then we got another one, I believe. Yep, here we go. This is episode 1. So you got your main intro. You got the cruiser flying into the Luger Hulk. Obi-Wan. To Gunga. Oh man, whoever decided to put these kind of storyboards in here, what an idea. It's very helpful. Obviously there's a few missing for whatever reason, but I'm looking if there's anything new. You got a new look at Anakin's pod racer, I believe that is. So you're actually going to get to play the battle on the Naboo fields, which I think we gathered anyway. You can see Boss Nass there. Looks like you're going to be able to go inside the Trade Federation Luger Hulk as well on the second to last shot. Also they say pre as in free roam. Yeah, they do actually. Okay. So they're before the actual mission. There's a lot to digest from these actually. I feel like these are going to be the most talked about shots because they just give you such a good look at each episode. I really, really like this. Look at the battle in the boot. Looks great. I'm glad we fully know now. I know we got that shot in the 6-minute trailer, but I'm glad we get to go on the ground.
With Lego and Lucasfilm.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know we got a third one. Right, there's a few missing at the bottom, but episode 4. Looking how you'd expect it. Is anything new to point out? Captain Antilles, I think we saw him actually. Is that Leia on top of the Masasi Temple? You can actually get up there like you could with Boba in Battlefront 2. You got Stormtrooper Luke and Han. Yellow Jacket Luke, which we obviously saw a few days ago. I think the most interesting one was episode 2 actually. Well, I'd really like to see these for like the sequels, especially episode 8 and 9, to see where they're actually going to go with that.
Visual design of Star Wars, what makes a Star Wars game, how we might integrate
everyone's favourite scene.
Lego.
Just thought I'd let you know.
They gave us access to all of their libraries, which was...
Pause that. Look at that. We have to get Anakin marching the temple now. They've made the Jedi Library. What a great idea. Full respect to them. Brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant. And we see more of this, I believe, as well. You're mispronouncing the word library. Sorry, I'm speaking in quite a fast way to get through
the
things.
Greatest thing
Sorry
to be
if I
able
didn't
to dig
pronounce it properly right. I want to see this. Now, someone suggested maybe each episode, maybe you can activate like your episode from here. I don't know. I mean, you got Jedi Dooku there at the back on that picture, and then Windu. Can we pilot an AT-AT? I'd guess so, yeah. Like, this is the fact they've made this, the Jedi Temple. They really have delivered in every area. I feel like, what haven't we seen? I still don't think it's just becoming a joke at this point. But we've still not seen Snoke. They just don't want us to see Snoke for whatever reason. Library. How do you want me to say library? Library. People are getting triggered at the way I say library now. I've heard it all. There's Tarful, everyone. I see Tarful. I see the Venator in the back as well, a bit like in Battlefront. Chewie. Anything else? Oh, the Wookiee Catamaran is on there as well. We already seen that. Princess Rescue, look at the graphics on the wall. I will have... Wait, you mean in the temple? Let me go back a bit.
Integrate Lego into this game.
They gave us access to all of their libraries, which was...
I love how they say libraries and then show the library. 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 I'm going to stop saying the word because
the greatest thing to be able to
like it.
Dig into.
I don't see anything on the wall in
The storytelling throughout LEGO Star Wars is incredible and filled with jokes and funny moments. Because
jokes,
in a LEGO
moments,
game, we have
everything.
freedom.
You can use the humour and we can spin it. So Han Solo is still being Han Solo, but he might have a banana instead.
This scene to me just looks like the old LEGO games for some reason.
The blaster or something.
I don't know, it just looks really nice. I'm waiting for Boba to walk out behind Vader.
We needed to refresh the game and get...
I mean, you see Ota Gunga looking phenomenal.
Something that felt familiar but reinvented. The systems, the frameworks we put in place to enable us to do that over like 100 different games.
That's nice. Just another look at Tatooine. I feel like we get to see Tatooine more than any other planet, actually. It's the level FGG on the board. Oh, you mean it's from the level. Yeah, so... It's from episode 2. I know, I'm just saying I would hope with the library being in the game that we get to see Anakin marching the temple as well. But I know what you mean. It's from the level in episode 2, yeah. Princess Rescue on the Death Star. Yeah, I gathered that. I know Princess Rescue will be on the Death Star and not the Jedi Temple. Phantom Menace all levels are escape the core. Now that's pod racing, retake Naboo, battle of Naboo, command ship. Looks that way from what I've seen. I'll have to
play mechanics and all the different systems that make up that game.
Real-time processing on the voices. So when you pick up
everyone's saying about the frame rate, but it's a trailer, guys. We get Stormtrooper Leia. That's going to be an interesting one to put on my list. Not one I'd be expecting, but hey, she joins a Stormtrooper Han and Stormtrooper Luke.
To sound like you're a Stormtrooper.
A better look at the Bespin wing guards, actually. Because they were quite far away in the 6-minute breakdown.
Well, looks like you've got a Stormtrooper problem you should look into.
We're putting a lot of emphasis on the lighting and the environments. We have something like...
So take it Leia's going to go... under disguise to get them out of there. I'm going to switch it up. You get to see the Acto caretakers. In fact, Acto looks really nice. We got Rey. That looks... I'm not like crazy about Acto. I don't think it's a bad planet. I'd much rather it than another sand planet. But surprisingly, it actually looks really nice there. I like it. You know they uploaded the whole Lego Star Wars video already instead of rewinding the live stream. I know, I'm just doing it because it's easier, I suppose, than going and finding it. I know IGN uploaded it.
That were generated for the game, 20,000 unique.
Never look at the Coruscant Underworld. I think we've seen it enough times now, haven't we? Love Mars's Castle, and like I said earlier, love the fact that there's a Twi'lek, so we're not doing what the movies did and saying there's no aliens from like this era on this planet. Just mix it up. I'm absolutely fine with that. So Mars's Castle looks completely accurate. Yeah, there's Stormtrooper Leia in this game. Incredible.
Textures.
I'm glad. It's a cool one to have.
Lego companies, Mark, you'll be amazed at the resolution and the amazing work that the models team have done.
We get to recreate all these iconic designs, literally.
Another good look. I mean, again, we're not really seeing anything we haven't seen there, but another good look at the docking bays on Tatooine.
Built the ships.
Hello, Darth Jada. We've already seen an image of a Venator back in 2019, but it's nice to see the start of episode 3 here, and just the sheer size of the Venator. Will there be a picture of Hondo in Mars's Castle? There better be, upstairs. You better be able to go upstairs and see it. The Darth Maul boss fight is level 3, is it? We'll have to look back at it, but they're getting through that quick, aren't they? I suppose it'll be made up for by the hub world levels, though.
That's the interior, so you can land inside these ships and walk around in an environment entirely made out of Lego bricks.
If you were to build one of our capsule ships in real life, it would take millions.
Love it, Luger Hulk, Obi-Wan Episode 2, so is this like above... It's Obi-Wan Episode 2 inside Anakin's Jedi Starfighter. This is probably free roam, isn't it? And then actually, Nemoidian at the bottom right, everyone. Nemoidian. So I doubt they would have just made his portrait just to be in the game. I think that probably means we'll see Nemoidians, which is wonderful. We've already seen Gunray, so don't mind if I do that.
That don't exist as physical.
Right, is that... Does it say anywhere? Is it the Crate Dragon? I just thought the Crate Dragon was much bigger than that, but I don't mind. I'm just curious.
What we would do is
Is it the Crate Dragon? That Bantha better watch out if it is. It feels too small to be a Crate Dragon. What is it? Go and check the actual video that IGN uploaded. No, I know. I know they uploaded it. Well, they uploaded another one. Is that what you're saying? Let me have a look. That's the developer interview, which is 40 minutes, and then this breakdown, which is 5 minutes. Vex's serpent from... It's the worm from episode 9. Oh, is it? Why is it on Tatooine?
A film reference.
Or is that Pisana?
Existing Lego creatures.
Maybe it's Pisana.
Similar.
Would make sense, actually. There's the space horses. What is that? Woolamanda. Woolamanda. What is Woolamanda? I like it, whatever it is. Thanks for pointing out that it's the snake from episode 9, everyone.
So it's just...
I should have noticed that. We've pretty much seen this, all the NPCs.
Really true to Lego IP, and it's really true to the film IP.
Dancing Bantha.
You wanted an evolution, I suppose.
They're loving that dancing Bantha, aren't they?
Familiar, but really add
included that in the last trailer.
Fresher. One of the things we've done in this.
Man, the fact you get to explore Otagunga, hats off to them. The Kashyyyk monkey? What, you mean the one from Battlefront 2? Oh no, they're in Yavin. Oh man. The depth these devs are going to. I can't keep congratulating them enough and thanking them enough. What an exquisite job.
Person camera.
With the blaster combat in the game, we really wanted to make it feel more visceral. Now when you use
yeah, Han shooting stormtroopers, they're taking
the blaster
cover.
combat,
Unbelievable.
we bring the camera down, we get into this like
Let's see
third
what else we
person
got. We've seen this
perspective.
pretty
And it just
much. We've seen this.
It really
in
makes you
Australia
feel
too.
like more in the action, which is
We get a better look at the helmetless stormtroopers when their helmets get hit off.
Using the Force is a huge part of the game.
The Jedi, the
Vader on a dreadnought. I love the free roam aspect. I always do. Yeah, I thought I recognised them from somewhere, cool kid. Those monkeys are on Battlefront 2. Wonderful.
Sith, they all have this Force power where they can literally pick objects off the floor and fling them about. We really took advantage of that Force power that we haven't done in previous games.
Okay.
you can fly into space and there's like
Obi-Wan episode 2. Again, they just clearly like filmed all this on the same day and made sure they were playing as Obi-Wan episode 2, but a Y-wing above Yavin, Naboo potentially.
just interactions that'll happen,
know.
giant ships like
Yeah, this. Right, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm open to being wrong. Is this not complete? Because what's the big green outline around it all? Like, is this not finished yet or something? I don't know. I'm interested. This game is literally Lego Battlefront 2. Exactly, it's like everything Battlefront didn't get in it. This game's got in it somehow. What's the item on the left glowing? Oh, you mean the purple thing? Are they torpedoes? They're torpedoes, are they not? Torpedoes, what about that? Didn't expect to. No, of course I expected them. Remember to keep liking, subscribing, guys. We're getting through this whole trailer, breaking it down, everything like that.
a Star Destroyer coming in. You can try and fight it and you go defeat it and you can capture it.
Oh, hangar, love it. First order hangar. Probably above like, can't really make out the planet, like IGN Kloss. Maybe it's like Kajimi, and that's the scene from episode 9.
And take it over.
ATST on the run.
I think when we're making these games, we think about the fans a lot.
So there's a few Easter eggs in this game, some stuff that we're really excited to get in.
You can.
Oh, it's like the border. Okay. Right. It's just so you don't fly off. Right. Okay. Makes more sense because I'm thinking like, is it a complete shot? But at the same time, they wouldn't include a non-complete shot after all the completed stuff.
Weapons so that it's mouth noises. So you can be like, zhuang zhuang, woo woo, pew pew.
Pew pew.
And of course, you might have heard of a little thing called mumble mode.
So mumble mode is basically how the old Star
We've pretty much seen all those extras, haven't we?
Wars games where we had to rely on animation, expression, and these sort of mumbles that mimicked the speech.
It goes.
Huh?
That's just pretty interesting. Hearing them all doing that.
Seeing your work.
Look, you got. I saw this in the 6-minute breakdown. It's like, why are C-3PO and R2 on another platform? Are you really bringing them along for the ride so Anakin isn't the second player? Is that really what it is? Angus, thank you for the $2.99 Australian dollars, I believe that is. Thank you very much. Can you pilot a Star Destroyer? In terms of pilot, it's like we know we can take it over, right? We know taking over pretty much means you'll be in control of it. But can you pilot it from like system to system? We just don't know, and I would highly doubt that. But we really don't know. Like, will you be able to control it in the area you're in? Yes. But will you be able to full-on pilot it from place to place? I doubt it. Go back to Dagobah. What did you notice
on a scale
Dagobah?
like this? Really makes it feel
We've
like
seen
something
this.
special.
This is the ultimate experience of going everywhere.
Oh, they're not using Obi-Wan episode 2. Alright, so you got Mos Espa, Junlin Wastes. I'm guessing Mos Eisley's on there as well.
In the universe as whatever character.
Cody! My guy. Nice to see him. He made it. He accurately made it this time. He accurately made it. Jordan, can I give you a shout out? There you go. Now people are telling me to go back. We'll try and get through all this and then we'll go back. Is that one a Plo Koon species there? What's the one with like the the little things coming out of his mouth. Oh, you got like a what's Watto's species? Toydarian. You got a Toydarian right there on the left. Pretty cool.
In Star Wars.
And I can't wait for players to see the hard work.
It's been a really ambitious project. What they've achieved, they should be rightfully proud of.
And there it is. Right, we'll go back then, I think, because that's it, isn't it? Okay. Which ones did you want me to look at? Go to Cody, right. We'll go from like here, because this is about where people start telling me to pause on things, so I'll try and remember.
Now when you
Floating item on Dagobah, right, we'll look at
down,
Dagobah
get
again,
into
don't
this
worry.
like third person perspective, and it just really makes
Keldor,
you feel
yeah,
like
is that
more in
is
the
that a
action,
Keldor?
which is pretty great.
Using the Force is a huge part of the game.
The Jedi, the Sith, they all have this Force power where they can literally pick objects off the floor and fling them about. We really took advantage of that Force power that we haven't done in previous games.
You can fly into space and there's like just interactions that'll happen. Giant ships, like a...
Right, if we wanted me to pause here, so that's the area that you're allowed in, okay. That makes more sense. It's an Aqualish, isn't it?
Coming in.
Is that an Aqualish? Well, I will have a look at it in a minute.
Here, and you can capture it and take it over. I think when we're making these games, we think about the fans a lot.
So there's a few Easter eggs in this game, some stuff that we're really excited to get in.
You can switch all the weapons so that it's mouth noises. So you can be like, zhuang zhuang, woo woo, pew pew.
Like this is a thing.
And of course,
imagine voice recording that.
Mumble mode.
So mumble mode is basically how the old Star Wars games were. We had to rely on animation, expression, and these sort of mumbles that mimicked the speech.
It goes.
Huh? But they did the voice acting, didn't they? They sound just like them.
Seeing your work put together on a scale like this really makes it feel like it's something special.
This is the ultimate experience of going
where's
everywhere in the universe
we'll find it.
as whatever character.
People wanted me to pause on Cody, so that is what I shall do.
Put together on a scale like this really makes it feel like it's something special.
This is the ultimate experience of going everywhere in the universe as what.
Cody! He's looking lovely. He's looking absolutely lovely. It's nice to see him in action this time. Obviously he's not got like the visor thing on the back of his head, like the antenna I should say. But it doesn't matter. It makes sense. This is how it'd look really from a LEGO point of view. I'm just glad to have him actually. He looks great. I miss Dagobah. We'll go back to Dagobah, Stacey. Don't worry. Hello, Luke. How are you, my friend? So did I just go past Dagobah, or did I like not go to that part? We'll find it. We'll find Dagobah. You all want me to
whatever character you want,
so I
and
will.
really being.
So is it an Aqualish? I think it's an Aqualish actually, because Plo Koon, it could be a Keldor. We'll soon find out. Is it a Keldor or is it an Aqualish? Our biggest question.
In Star Wars.
And I can't wait for players to see the hard work.
I'm going to find
It's been a
Dagobah
really ambitious
in a
project.
second.
What they've achieved, they should be rightfully proud of.
Right. Dagobah. All this for Dagobah. About here, maybe?
Like 100 different gameplay mechanics and all the different systems that make up that game.
Real-time processing on the voices. So when you pick up a helmet and you put it on, your voice changes to sound like you're a stormtrooper.
Well, looks like you've got a stormtrooper problem you should look into.
We're putting a lot of emphasis on the lighting and the environments. We have something like 12,000 materials that were generated for the game.
To be watching
20,000 unique
Tell me if I
models
miss it.
and
I don't know
26,000
how I'm missing
textures.
If you're a fan of LEGO Company's work, you'll be amazed at the resolution and the amazing work that the models team have done.
We get to recreate all these
Where's
iconic
Dagobah?
designs literally brick by brick.
We built the ships entirely out of Lego bricks. So that's not just the exterior of the ship, that's the interior, so you can land inside these ships and walk around.
First order transport, we don't need to see that again. Oh, first order Star Destroyer, sorry.
If you were to build one of our capsule ships in real life, it would take millions.
Welcome back,
and
all in a
millions of
nutshell.
bricks.
We've designed some of the characters that don't exist as physical models.
What we would do is we'd look at the film reference and we'd take existing LEGO creatures and characters that are similar, and then what we end up with is something that is as accurate as we could make it. Take the Bantha, for example. So it's just really true to Lego IP, and it's really true to the film IP.
You wanted an evolution, I suppose. So what we've done is try to keep what's familiar, but really add something a bit more modern in, a bit more fresher. One of the things we've done in this game is we've gone for a third-person camera.
With the blaster combat in the game, we really wanted to make it feel more visceral. Now when you use the blaster combat, we bring the camera down, we get into this like third-person perspective, and it just really makes you feel
I'm going to read
like
the chat in a second, guys.
action,
just trying to find Dagobah so everyone can stop asking me.
The Jedi,
I know everyone
Sith,
wants
they all
to
have
see
this
it.
force
Have I missed
where
it?
they can literally pick objects off the floor
No one
and
said I
fling
have.
them about. We really took advantage of that force power that we haven't done in previous games.
Dagobah. Right, was it this shot? Yeah, so there's the floating thing. Right, tell me what you want me to... What did you see? What did you all see? Check out the shot before Cody, a location called Steadfast on Tatooine. Let me Google Steadfast on Tatooine. Let me see if we know anything about that. Or is it a new one? Because if it's a new one, I can't really tell you much. Let's have a look. It seems to be a new one, to be honest, so I wouldn't really be able to tell you much more about it. Oh, it's a ship? Okay, it's a ship then, apparently. I wouldn't know. I don't know what the floating thing is there. It's not a Kyber brick, I can tell you that for sure. Jonathan's still at TT Games. I lose track of who's at TT Games and who's not. Like, there's so many that have left. Like, I'm surprised they had enough devs to make this video, to be honest. But yeah, apparently the ones who are in this video are still at TT Games.
You can fly into space and there's like just interactions that will happen. Giant ships like a Star Destroyer coming in. You can try and fight it and you can defeat it and you can capture it and take it over. I think when we're making these games, we think about the fans a lot.
So there's a few Easter eggs in this game, some stuff that we're really excited to get.
I've heard them do these mumble noises like 5 times.
So that it's mouth noises.
It's
so
just getting cringy at this point.
Woo woo, pew pew.
Pew pew, yes.
And of course, you might have heard of a little thing called mumble mode.
So mumble mode is basically how the old Star Wars games were. We had to rely on animation, expression, and these sort of mumbles that mimicked the speech.
It goes.
Pause at Naboo. Have we been past Naboo? Guarantee the devs just did the mumble voices themselves. I mean, why hire actors to do it?
Really makes it feel like it's something special.
This is the ultimate experience of going everywhere in the universe as whatever character.
A little behind the shoulder look.
Do you want and really being in Star Wars.
And I can't wait for players to see.
Let's go back near the start where we've missed looking for Dagobah. Out there.
There's lightsabers, there's spaceships, there's weird...
I've already done the facing, Cody, a few minutes ago. I may do it again, we'll see.
To be able to work
but I want to try and get to other parts. There's the shot of the trailer for me. Like, without a doubt, the shot of the trailer. I'll give you guys a chance to ask anything else. Do you think the clones will look correctly in the game when it comes out, like the pilot? No, I don't think they're going to fix the pilot, honestly. Sadly, because I'd really like it fixed, but I just don't see them fixing it. I hope I'm wrong, but the reason I say that is because although they could just paint the yellow on it, the clone pilot should have a different helmet, and it doesn't. And so, I don't know, with how accurate they've been, I just don't think they're going to change it at this point. Look, I hope I'm wrong, like I say. I really hope I'm wrong. Do you think there'll be Sando, Aqua Monster, and Naboo? Well, we've seen one of the monsters in Naboo. I believe it was in the last trailer, or it might have been the one from 2020, but I don't know which sea monster is which. I just know them as all like the different sea monsters. How you doing, Jet? The floating thing on Dagobah is some sort of key on a chain, possibly. All I know is it's not a Kyber brick. The frog lady. You mean the caretaker in episode 9 or episode 8? They're in the game.
It's just
whatever frog lady. Oh, you mean frog lady from Mando? I don't think she's going to be in it somehow. Maybe she would, but I doubt it.
As soon as we started talking about doing a new LEGO Star Wars game,
I don't have an exact number of vehicles, but it's well over 100.
Because as fans, we love all the movies, and to have the opportunity to tell the whole saga.
Remember to like and subscribe, guys, if you're new. Subscribe to the second channel. Probably not got much more to break down now, to be honest.
We started off by having regular meetings with Lego and Lucasfilm, discussing just everything
these,
about the visual
make sure you
design of
watch
Star
back
Wars,
if you
what
want to
makes
see
a
us go
Star
through.
Wars game,
Like that
how we
concept
might
art. Wish they'd
integrate
show
Lego
more, to be
into
honest.
this game.
They gave us access to all of their libraries, which was the greatest thing to be able to dig into.
The storytelling throughout LEGO Star Wars is incredible and filled with jokes and funny moments, because in a LEGO game, we have
Lego just can't get the clone pilot accurate, can they, Dan? They got Cody accurate finally, so we might have to wait like another 10 years for an accurate clone pilot. One day. Vader forcing a banana. I don't really feel like there's much more to go over. Guys, I know my friend is actually doing a live breakdown as we speak, so I'm going to link his stream for those of you that want to go over there. He's only got like a few people watching, so join that link in the chat if you want to go and support his stream, because I'm going to end now and get to work on some videos for you all. So join that link in the chat and tell him I sent you. He's doing a breakdown right now. So thank you very much for watching, guys. I do hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.